You rock, my friends. You Rock podcast is for women like you who want to own your life and live an engaged and joyful life. Hosted by Dr. Aliyah Majid, mom of 3, devoted wife, and a scientist turned life coach on a mission to empower women to take control of their lives. In this podcast, we deliver tools, insights, and inspiration on rocking your own life, owning to your highest potential, and becoming the best version of you. Now, here's your host, Dr. Aliyah Majid.
For those of you who are new here, welcome. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you can get the latest update from me.
Today, I'll be sharing some of the things about my journey on conducting my PhD in Japan. So, the title is How to Not Lose Sight of Who You Are Beyond Your PhD, right? Because, I think all of us, all of you guys already know that PhD is a really lonely journey. You feel alone. There are so many things to do, and you need to focus, really focus to get things done, to maybe conduct your research experiments that takes too much of your time, and so on. And you become lonely, and maybe people around you don't understand what you are facing with, right? So, who here can say that yes, you feel that way? Maybe you can comment in the chat box below your thoughts about your journey in your PhD and masters. Maybe share some of your struggles or challenges with others too, because sometimes when we share our journey with others, we can see that other people are actually feeling the same with us, and we are in this together, and actually we are not alone. So getting back into our topic for today, how to not lose sight of who you are beyond your PhD. Okay, first let me give a brief introduction about my journey into my PhD, right? So the thing is that I have always been a person who really have that ambition of completing my PhD since I was younger lah kan, because when we see people completing their PhD, it's like the highest form of education. So it's somewhat like
we idolize them.
As an ambitious woman, we
Yes.
thought that that's the thing that I want, right?
Yes.
So I have always have that dream, like the impian to get my PhD. The thing is that after my master's study, instead of completing my PhD immediately after that, I decided to take a break because my responsibilities because my master was under scholarship from Malaysia, so I have to go back to Malaysia. My master's was in Japan, so I have to go back to Malaysia, and at that age, maybe my priority was having a marriage, being married, and have some kids. So building a family. So although during that time, most of people around me was saying that you better pursue your PhD fast lah kan, because you will lose your momentum. Okay, so itu benda yang biasa kita dengar kan, macam no, you have to do it while you are really macam have this
Your
motivation.
prime.
Your prime time, when you have your energy right now, whatever kan.
Yes.
So that's the thing. Instead of following those kind of advices, although I know I want to have my PhD, I don't really directly go further my study during that time. So I thought that it's better for me to take a break because having family was my priority. So during that time, my priority is building a family. So after 5 years of working in a university, it was University Malaysia Sarawak. I was a lecturer there, so I decided to instead of pursuing my study, I decided to follow my husband because we end up during that time. My husband got what we call it opportunity lah to pursue his study because he is a lecturer also. So to pursue his study in Japan. So during that time, I decided to just follow him, without a plan because I thought that okay, maybe this is the end of my journey of achieving something. Because when we started to hear from people that once you get married, once you get kids, you cannot pursue anything of your own. There's a common mentality that we have, especially as a woman. When we started to have kids, you just go with the flow, things like that. So that's the thing. I started to believe that it's true. So I just follow him and I'm not planning to do anything. But the fact is that after just a few months, I was there just following my husband. I found that I was in the most, depressing. Yeah, it's depressing state. Yeah, so I don't have anything to do on my own. I don't. Although I have my 2 kids at that time to take care of them, I'm busy taking care of them. But something was off balance for me because I have always been a person who have this ambition, but suddenly that ambition is gone, and what else could I do? So that's that's when I decided that maybe it's a time for me to start my PhD. Okay, so this story is quite long because I want to really share you guys about the journey of PhD. Each of us is different, and there's a struggles that we have to face, and everybody is different struggle that they will encounter. So my problem was that at the time I was in Japan at that time with my husband, and I tried to find scholarships for myself. But the problem that I face is that during that time there are there's not so much. There's no available scholar from Malaysia. So I tried to apply, but actually it's nothing. It's just some kind of just application. But in reality, there's no funding for that particular year. So what happened is that I tried to find scholarships inside Japan from the Japanese government, but the fact that I was there, meaning that I'm a foreigner who is already in Japan, I cannot apply for that scholarship. So that scholarship is for people who is from
other countries.
Other countries. If we are from Malaysia, we can apply for that scholarship. So I was stuck. Okay, I want to now. At that time I feel that I'm ready to start my PhD, but I don't have any funding. So it makes me feel like, am I really can I do this? How am I getting funding for this, and so on? So that's when I started to really take a moment of reflection and really think about what are the choices, what are the ways for me to get financial support. So I started to look into the university and what kind of fundings that they have for the PhD student, and then I found out about this research associate that I can apply, and really it's a part-time job in the university. And meaning that I have to conduct some classes every week and lab demonstrations and so on. And in turn, they pay me, so that using that money, I pay my own tuition fee. So that was quite a struggling time for me, because I worked to pay my own tuition fee for the 3 years that I was there, and to be honest, the tuition fee for Japan University is not something that you will, it's not something that you can really save from here to think about, to pay all of that in
Yeah, I mean the currency itself is very scary.
yeah. So yeah, and apa, it's not something yang because I think many of you guys would like to know how I do it, so that's why I'm sharing that here. So the thing is that I have this relationship with my supervisor at the time, and he was the one who recommended me in the faculties, because I can also speak Japanese, and I was their student before that. So because of that, I get it's actually an employment in the university. So that's why I alhamdulillah get that finance from there. But what I'm sharing here is that the fear of starting, you cannot see the way how to do it. Sometimes it just happens. That's will happen whenever you try to really want to do something on your own. When you have this goal that you want to do, sometimes you cannot see the way. But sometimes spending time reflecting on things that you can do, what are the strategies that you can do, and really reconnect with Allah, and really find guidance. Inshallah, you'll find a way on how to pursue it forward. So things that I think have been, what's the thing that I want to really share with you guys today is like not to lose yourself during PhD is something, because PhD is not the end of your journey of growth, because
Yes.
this is just a starting stone, a stepping stone, and it develops you into something much bigger than the PhD itself. So losing yourself for the sake of one scroll, is it really worth it? So you have to think about that, because what I've seen, because I do coaching with my clients and so on, and I saw many people who are struggling with their PhD and who starts to lose their balance. They might really neglected their self-care, neglected their relationships. Maybe they have a family, but because of their PhD that they want to really focus on, so they feel like okay, family should be put aside for a while. So the reality is that for me, you have to really understand what is your priority, right? So PhD is something that you want, something that push you forward, But the reality is that the number one priority is, what's your number one priority? So that's the thing that you have to really think about. So for me, it's easy. My number one priority is of course to serve Allah, right? So that should be the number one priority of all for all of us, right? And then the second one. Okay, some people might say the second priority would be their family,
Family.
But for me, after I experienced, because I was taking care of my own kids, and also we are both, working and doing PhD in Japan. So I have come to realize that number two is actually taking care of myself, because once I took care of myself, I start to feel like I can really take care of others, especially my kids and also my husband better, right? So you see, PhD is still not at that, because if you start to talk to your professor, your supervisor, of course they will say your priority is your PhD, right? So that's true.
Yeah.
That's true, because you must be really emotionally attached to your PhD topic, PhD field, whatever thing that you want to do, you must have this desire to really, achieve it, right? To be
Yes.
emotionally attached to
Completely.
it. Yes, but in reality, in the bigger picture, actually, your priority, there's so many other things before the PhD comes. So yeah, when we talk about how to not lose sight of yourself, you have to really remember that what is your priority, okay? So yeah,
Priorities straight.
yeah. So what do you think, Smaya? In terms of priority in pursuing study, do you think that PhD should be your number one priority?
No, I don't think so. I think if I put PhD on top of the list, then I would probably be burned out faster.
Yes, yes.
Then
I
everything would just
fall
crumble.
apart.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really agree with you because we often hear that PhD is a struggle. PhD takes time. PhD is your main focus, and all those things. And I agree with that. It's you need determination. You really need focus to really accomplish that. But in the reality is that you should not lose your own self in order to get something that at the end of the day it's something that's it's a recognition for you yourself. But if you are by achieving that, you are somehow losing yourself. So what's the point, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's just
So
sad.
so that's so sad. So I hope this sharing gives you guys a bit of a relief. And because we often also hear that PhD is not competition. It's everybody progress at their own pace, and that is all true because each of us have our different challenges. Maybe you are being challenged by a very challenging supervisor, or maybe you have kids who maybe are sick most of the time, so you cannot really focus on your PhD and so on. So those are the things that things that you have to reflect upon. Why do these things happen to me? It's not really why. That's not the question that you have to ask, but actually, what is these challenges teaches me, right? What are these challenges teaches me? What can I learn from this? So that's the question that you have to ask yourself. It's not why, kenapa saya je macam ni, kenapa. It's not like that, right? It's what can you learn from the challenges that you are given.
Are you struggling to find time for yourself or for things that matters to you? Or if you even ever find some time, you found that you can't simply slow down and stop thinking about work. If you are one of those women, you'll benefit from the Success Accelerator program, my 12 weeks one-on-one success and productivity coaching program that helps you to do less and get more work done so that you can spend more time doing things you love. Book a free call with me at draliamajid.com/coaching, or you can do a self-assessment using my free life audit workbook at draliamajid.com/life audit, or you can even join my Facebook group from the link below. Again, thanks so much for tuning in. Bye bye. Assalamualaikum.